Alrighty YouTube, another one of Kip's clips, and today I just want to go over a new world order, a plan for a new world moral order that was drawn up in a map pre-1942. It was actually completed before, this is important, before the Japanese attack on Pearl Harbor. You could say that's evidence, or it indicates the fabrication of the fabrication of events in and around Pearl Harbor, all contributing towards this greater plan, the greater work of the New World Order. Just better stick my Skype on silent there. So I've touched on this map before. I came across the map, must be about 3 years ago now. I made a clip about it on my old channel before it got shut down. I made a clip about it on this channel as well. I think I made a couple of clips. I was resigned to the 15-minute thing at the time, so hopefully I'll have a bit more time to go and point out a lot of the writing involved in this map. I'll quickly just go and show it to you. Let me see. So, if I can quickly get it. This, just make sure I'm showing that to you. Yes, I am. Now, this is the map I'm talking about. If you are having problems finding a high-resolution map, which I have found, I found this map, as I said, about 3 years ago. I managed to get a high-resolution copy and download it. Since then, I've obviously had a copy put by, so I would always have a high-resolution one. The reason I'm saying that is there's a lot of writing down here, and a few of the websites where you can now see this map. I've recently been unable to download it in the high-resolution that I initially got it. If you can, brilliant. If you can't, feel free to drop me a message and I can happily email a copy of this to you if you want to read it in the high resolution. Now, quickly, just before I go into this, just say hi to JS. He's in the chat from the get-go, so anybody get any questions about this or whatnot, feel free to drop a message in the chat box. I'll try and dip into it every now and again. Also, as well, with regards to the show tonight at 10 PM, yes, got the one thumbs down a black screen, man. Too many little midgets out there. But anyway, yeah, what you'll find is underneath the link for tonight's show, if you go to my channel, go to live events, you'll see the link for this. Right underneath it, there's join in after 10 PM UK time, and that's a link for the Hangout. So anybody that wants to join the Hangout, to ask a question, make a point, get involved, it doesn't matter how little you feel you can or can't contribute, feel free to drop along and bounce into the chat. Going ahead to the show I'm going to be doing on a Wednesday night, I'm hoping to make like a kind of call-in show. Obviously, if nobody calls in, I can sit up there and ramble bull crap about a lot of things. Tonight I'm going to be touching on what's happening in the UK right now with the Leveson inquiry and the Millie Dowler family getting used as political pawns to implant state-controlled state regulation of the press, which is disgusting. But anyway, we'll get into that and pull it apart tonight at 10 o'clock. If you want to join in, contribute anything, if you're in the UK or any corner of the planet, you can contribute on any topic you fancy. So yeah, if you want to find a way into the chat tonight, there it's there right underneath the clip in the about section. So yeah, back to this map. Here is the video I made about it. This was nearly 2 years ago now, back in 2012. It's got a fair amount of views, not that many. I was resigned to the 15 minutes at the time, so hopefully we'll have more time to go right into it this time. Now, the map itself is very, 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 very genuine. As far as I can tell, I've went and researched a lot of it. I'll give you a quick, well, this was back in June 2010, over 4 years ago, talking about the map itself. Again, Click to enlarge. Here you get the files there. You should be able to download a high resolution one there. If you can't, as I said, feel free and I can email it to you. What I wanted to point out in this article, that all this writing is the stuff I'm going to go through that's actually on the map. I'm going to get it from the source. So here is a couple of newspaper articles that was over in Ireland that shows the United Mates of America, because it shows a unified Ireland. There's a lot of interesting parts on the map that it shows, I shall go into. Revealed map from 1941 predicts the future. No, incorrect. It doesn't predict the future. This was part of the plan. It wasn't going, hey, I'm going to try and predict what happens. No, this was all part of the plan. The plans mutated, changed a wee bit since then, as there's been opposition along the way, but opposition never stops the ultimate goal. It just mutates, works around, rebrands, starts a new campaign, puts certain sections off for a couple of years. These people are working long time. Bordering on psychic. No, bordering on, they knew exactly what the plan was. Now here it goes on to say, now here it shows Winston Churchill, Franklin D. Roosevelt and Stalin. I also want to direct you to a clip I have up on my channel as well. Please go and watch this. No enemies at the top. Hitler, Stalin, FDR and Churchill all work together. Vatican assassins. That's Phelps, I believe the dude's name is. There you'll get the original there. Eric Phelps, yeah. Vatican assassins. I urge everybody to go and watch those. And that, well, as I've been saying with the Snowden thing and stuff, I believe the Snowden thing was the old school intelligence agencies fighting the NSA for power, trying to put the NSA back in their box. The NSA was gaining too much influence, and yeah, they do. There are power struggles at the top, but ultimately they are. There are alliances within the old school intelligence agencies, but anyway, that's a wee bit of a tangent. So it's even got its own wiki page, which again, this all confirms stuff I know from my own research. This is a good sort of a bullet point, so take it with the wiki pinch of salt that it deserves, but it does give a good outline. So the outline of a post-world New World map was a map completed before the attack on Pearl Harbor and self-published on February 25th, 1942 by Morris Gomberg in Philadelphia. It showed a proposed political division division of the world after World War II in the event of an Allied victory in which the United States of America, the United Kingdom and the Soviet Union would rule. Sound familiar? Did this guy predict the future, or did he know stuff that he's not letting on? The map includes a manifesto describing a new world moral order along with quotes from Roosevelt's For Freedom speech. Gomberg created the map as a personal project. A personal project, yes, and little else is known of him. The map has been highlighted by New World Order conspiracy theorists. This must make me one of them then. Even though the map exists, it's admitted to it exists, the similarities with what's happened and happening and the things that are getting put in place are uncanny. But hey, just lump us in with all the X-File, Star Trek, and all the lizard men theorists and stuff like that. Just lump everybody in together. Even people that use things that are considered to be recognised factual documents, but hey, just put us in a wee conspiracy theorist box, who believe it represents some broader view of the US government and has also been widely circulated online. Well, a lot of people don't know about this, but I just when I found this, it blew me away. I love maps, and I will go into the high resolution of it. Attacking Pearl Harbor, December 7th, 1941. The map was published in 42, but was drawn up pre the attack on Pearl Harbor. Nothing's much known about this guy, other than he must have known more than he was letting on. But anyway, if you want to go and find a lot of information out about this map from different places, New World Moral Order into your Google, so get a lot of get you started in a lot of places. Here's a few. Morris Gomberg. So there was an excerpt. Post-war New World Map by Morris Gomberg. A bold plan of the post-world geopolitical pattern of interest to every thinking American theorist on post-war planning. The first and only comprehensive post-war map plan available, limited edition. $1 a copy. So there's the advertisement in Philadelphia from Mr. Gomberg advertising the sale of his New World Order model map. So let's see what else. As I said, a lot of these, a lot of the links you'll come to will show you this. Now this, I believe, might be a section that you're able to get you might be able to get a full resolution picture. So use all those links, and that was my video on the New World Order map. Now what I can do is take you to the map itself. Obviously I need to switch screens. I've got a high resolution one that we can go in and have a closer look at. Now if I do turn off the microphone for a wee second, it's because I'm getting a fit of sneezing. The last couple of days I haven't been able to stop sneezing for more than 15 minutes. Hay fever, I believe. But anyways, so we've got the map opened. Let me see if now what I need to check is the zoom is working. That's absolutely fine. So here's the map itself. You'll get it in, this is the high resolution one where you can actually go in and read a lot of the very interesting segments on this map. Before I go and read all the sort of policy points, our policy shall be this. Our policy, an independently published map with a lot of shit that's actually bloody happened. Well, let's go and have a wee closer look. Firstly though, before I go into the map, let's quickly see if I can do this. Let's quickly just bounce back into the chat room. Let's see if there's anybody in leaving some messages. So yeah, no new messages in the chat. Nope, it doesn't have Israel in it, JS. Very interestingly enough, it doesn't have Israel on this map, but I shall go and show you that straight away. It more or less has a greater, let's say, yeah, more or less the greater Israel on this map. So nothing in the chat right now. Hopefully it'll dive back into the chat in say 10-15 minutes time. Just firstly what I'm going to point out, yeah, that's a very good place to start. There is the planned divide of the Middle East, or the Arabian Peninsula, let's say, including Syria, Iraq, Saudi Arabia, Yemen, Aden, and Oman. So do bear in mind, and firstly let's go and have a look at the key up here. So up here you've got the USA and proprietaries, the British Commonwealth of Nations, the USSR, peaceful security bases are the triangles that you shall see dotted around. Yep, all over the east of the African continent, let's say, and on the Middle East. But anyway, just so you have an idea of what's happening there. So if you come into where Israel is, you shall see more or less the Greater Israel, with the Hebrew land as it's termed here, right down to the Red Sea. The Suez is a separate section. It's decoloured, which makes it hard to actually tell what part of. So that's the Union of African Republics. You've got Sudan, Ethiopia, Kenya, Madagascar still being part of the British Commonwealth, Union of South Africa, Mozambique. So just, I think it's very interesting to look at all these. Rhodesia, Angola. I think for me it's just interesting to look at Congo. Nigeria's there, set off West Africa, Senegal, Liberia, the Gold Coast, and it's no coincidence it's called the Gold Coast. Same with the Ivory Coast, which doesn't appear to be here right now. But yeah, just for me, I find it fascinating, all the Tunisia, Libya, Egypt. Anyway, so yeah, let's look at, it's more or less, Hebrew land is the Greater Israel. You've still got Lebanon and Syria, but Syria without the Golan Heights and stuff. Now, I'm not the biggest expert in maps, but you can see there that it does project a Greater Israel, although they do call it Hebrew land. Now, it's in green, which looks to me, which would leave Cyprus still within the British sphere of influence, and that's the Federation Republic of Greece. It takes in Crete. Now it is coloured in green. I don't know whether that would indicate a political union with Hebrew land. Turkey is its own colour. The United Union of Soviet Socialist Republics takes in Iran. Let's go and have a look at the Black Sea, and there's Romania, there's Ukraine, there's Moldova, there's Crimea. Just very interesting to see how these areas are broke up, but were broke up back in 1941. There you have Germany, the disputed areas. There is a section that explains that, I'm pretty sure. But obviously there's very much the disputed areas of Europe where East meets West. The United States of Europe, now known as the European Union. Up here you have the United States of Scandinavia. Correct me if I'm wrong, I'm pretty sure that Sweden's part of the European Union, I believe, but Norway isn't. You have Finland falling under the sphere of the Soviets. Obviously you have the North American Union taking in Greenland as well, and Iceland. You have Ireland, a united Ireland. That was one of the Irish historian thought that was very significant, that back then they were planning for a unified Ireland. And there you have Scotland and England. United Africa, AFRICOM, United States of South America, so very much, and there you have the United Republic of China, Republics of India, the Federated Republics of India, there's Indonesia, New Guinea, all falling under the influence or the British Commonwealth of Nations, New Zealand, Madagascar, so on and so forth. So let's go and have a wee look at some of the stamps and writing on this. So Division of Maps, March 31st, 1942, Library of Congress. So this, by all accounts and everybody that's checked out, is a very genuine map. Outline of a post-war New World map. As the USA, with the cooperation of the democracies of Latin America, the British Commonwealth of Nations, and the Union of Soviet Socialist Republics, assumes world leadership for the establishment of a new world moral order for permanent peace, freedom, justice, security, and world reconstruction. Rubblize it and rebuild it. The Phoenix effects, the Phoenix rising from the flames, and this was an independently written map. This guy didn't have any influence whatsoever. He just done this in his spare time, just did a wee independent project, of course. Well, here's an interesting bit that I quarantined Japan. Japan would be quarantined. Yeah, it's down in this body of text that it goes on to explain the sanctioned areas and so on and so forth, and it is very disturbing. Now, this is why I'm glad to have actually more than 15 minutes to batter into it this time. I'm just having a wee quick look in the chat as well. There's Anna Wallace. How you doing, Anna? Yep, well, there you go. It's got a unified Ireland in it, Anna. There's Oshiwan. How you doing? Did they mean that Ireland was included in the United States of Scandinavia? Well, it's hard to break it down. We'll go into the body of text, which does explain a lot. I can't remember all the bits and bobs in the body of text down here. But no, Ireland, I believe, was its own entity. It's obviously just used more or less primary colours to allow you to see to clearly see the different political divisions existing in that area. Just if you go down and look at Hebrew land is green, then you have the Federation of the Federated Republic of Greece. And then the Scandinavians, I don't believe they're one political bloc. It's just the primarily colours to clearly indicate the political separations in those areas. But as I said, we'll go into that. So for permanent peace, freedom, justice and security. So let's go and have a look. These are a few quotes from Roosevelt, a message to the 77th Congress of the State of the Union. Now, this is FDR, okay, so let's go and take a few of his quotes out. In the future days, let me see, does it date this actually? Not that I can clearly see, but anyway. In the future days which we seek to make secure, we look forward to a world found upon 4 essential human freedoms. The first is freedom of speech and expression everywhere in the world. The second is freedom of every person to worship God in his own way everywhere in the world. The third is the freedom from want, which translated into world terms means economic understandings, which will secure to every nation a healthy, peacetime life for its inhabitants everywhere in the world. The fourth is freedom from fear, which translated into world terms mean a worldwide reduction of armaments to such a point and in such a thorough fashion that no nation will be in a position to commit an act of physical aggression against any neighbour anywhere in the world. Now, let's just pause and analyse that there. It sounds great, doesn't it? It sounds absolutely brilliant. Yeah. But you need to analyse this. What the hell is he saying? The United States has to lead the world, disarm everybody else, so no nation has the power to fucking stand up to them and change things if they don't agree with the way that the United States is leading the whole entire fucking world. So you need to read between the lines with all this propaganda double speak that they offer up to us. So that is no vision. That is a no vision of a distant millennium. It is a definitive basis of a kind of world attainable in our own time and generation. That time of world is the very antithesis of the so-called new order of tyranny which the dictators seek to create with the crash of a bomb. To that new order, we oppose the greater concept, the moral order. The world order which we seek is the cooperation of free countries, free Masonic-led countries, let's say. Let's add a few words in. The countries that are conquered by the Masonic orders, free Masonic countries working together in a friendly, civilized society. Freedom means abide by our rules or you're fucked. That isn't freedom. Freedom is that you should be free to do what the hell you want. God's law, universal law, whatever way you want to dress it up. You don't shit on anybody else's doorstep if they don't shit on your doorstep. But that isn't what he's proposing. He's proposing the moral order. So who's sitting up there on the top and creating these morals? All right, well, hold on. I don't agree with those models. Well, you're fucked. I'm going to send you to jail because we rule the roost. Anyway, so the world order, which freedom means the supremacy of human rights everywhere. To that high concept, there can be no end. To that high concept, there can be no end save victory. From President Roosevelt's message to the 77th Congress on the State of the Union. So that's him speaking domestically to his own Congress about controlling the fucking world. Happy days. So let's go and have a wee look at some of the policies that entail in a new world moral order. Firstly, what I can do is just dip back into the chat, see if there's anything new in the chat box. Okay, so did they mean nope? So nothing new in the chat as of yet. So back to the map. So our policy shall be 1. We, the USA, in cooperation with our allies for reasons of our national safety and in the interests of international morality, are determined to crush and completely destroy the military power of the Axis aggressors and their satellites, regardless of cost, effort and time necessary to accomplish this task. Perpetuate war to crush people that we don't agree with. Right? So this isn't about defence, this isn't about safeguarding your own culture, your own thoughts, your own feelings. It isn't about, like, well, here, this is our line in the sand. We want to be able to we want to be able to act in our own way, this side of the line. This is him saying, we know better than you, and we're going to crush you until what you say is, until what till your ideologies are crushed. Right? So no room for debate, no freedom of expression. Where's the freedom of he's up here talking about freedom of expression, but freedom, where the hell was it? Yep. One of the first. The first is freedom of speech and expression. Right? So let's then go and see the policies. We're going to crush people who have a different point of view from us. Well, there's no freedom of expression there because they're going to crush the Axis aggressors. But anyway, the old world order of colonial oppression, exploitation of dominions, rival imperialism, and mercenary balance of power, diplomacy or majesties, dictators, privileged minorities, plutocratic monopolists, and similar social parasites, the corrupted order responsible for the present world cataclysm, endangering our national safety and peaceful progress, shall never rise again. So again, he's blaming the old world order because there was let's use the argument, there was too much competition, there was too many people fighting, there were too many competing powers. And then if you put this in the context of problem, reaction, solution, and let's work on the basis that World War II was very contrived, then let's consider this map was drawn up before America officially joined the war as well. You can see that this very much slips into implanting the messages into the public consciences of a one world solution after World War II. And what did we get? We got the United Nations. So a new world moral order for permanent peace and freedom shall be established at the successful conclusion of the present war. For reasons of history, economic structure, favourable geography, and the welfare of mankind, the USA must rustically assume the leadership of the newly established democratic world order. So this guy is saying the policy. Now again, this guy's independent, even though it was published in the Library of Congress, put into the Library of Congress in March 31st, 1942. Very little's known about this guy. This was an independent thing. Okay. But anyway, there's a lot to go through here. But anyway, I've got time, so I like reading this stuff. Yeah, so America is going to lead us all to this new world order. To reduce the burden and criminal waste of armaments expenditures everywhere in the world, the USA, with cooperation of Latin America, the British Commonwealth of Nations, and the USSR, shall undertake to guarantee peace to the nations which will be permanently disarmed and demilitarised after the conclusion of the present war. So there he's talking about, actually, America thinks they've got it bad just now with the gun grab that's going on domestically. Here's America going for the gun grab globally. This is America setting up, well, here, we're the moral authority, we are right, you are wrong, you're not allowed to have any army to stand up to us in the future. In order to be able, in fulfilment of our obligations, to effectively prevent the possibility of a reoccurrence of another world cataclysm, the invincibility of the USA as a military, naval and air power shall be the major prerequisite. Box done. Tick that box, my friend. Did this guy predict the future? Did this guy see the USA spending more money on their defence than the whole world put together? Is this guy is just a wee little guy sitting on his own in Pennsylvania, just done this wee project. Nobody really knows much about him, but he's able to predict the future in 1941. I surmise this guy knew more than what people give him respect for. I surmise this guy was in on the planning. For realistic considerations of strategy and our invulnerability, it is imperative that the USA shall obtain replenishment of controls of their possession from all foreign powers in the entire Western Hemisphere, its surrounding waters and strategic island outposts as outlined on the accompanying map. What he's talking about here is the US's dominance, the US's naval dominance of the Atlantic Ocean with the Cape Verde Islands. Hold on, is that not now what we would call thick Tenerife? Now, don't kill me if my geography isn't up to scratch there. I think that might be modern day Tenerife. I might be getting that wrong. There's the Canary Islands under US control. There's the Azores Islands, and there's Bermuda, all under the US control. And coincidentally, there's Cuba and Haiti and so on in the United States of America. So yeah, that's the wee island outposts there. USS Peace Security Outposts. Yeah, peace bombs, peace bullets, peace ships with shit that can blow up the world. So yeah, there's the Orwellian wonderland in it. But yeah, so number 8, for considerations of hystemic defence. Sorry, but I can't read all this crap, so I apologise for my reading skills, but I will soldier on. And for considerations of hemsetic defence, and in the spirit of tradition of the new Monroe Doctrine of the hystemic solidarity and the good neighbour policy, the USA, with the consent of the Latin America Republic, shall obtain control and protectoral rights of the requinished territories. So that's saying that the US should control. Yeah, so I think that's more or less saying that the US should control a lot of the territories in Latin America, militarily speaking, to strengthen their position in the Caribbean area. Which is of obvious importance to I think that's hemisphere or whatever. I think it's talking about the Western Hemisphere defence. All possible inducements shall be offered to our neighbours of Central America and the West Indies to facilitate their entrance as equal states of the USA as outlined on the map. So it's talking about all the islands, such as Cuba, so on and so forth, should be offered entry into the United States as equal partners. Very nice of them. Where was I? To fortify the political, economic unity of the Western Hemisphere, the USA shall promote and assist the unification of South America into a well-organised, democratic, federated United States of South America. So that's talking about the United States forcing all the Southern American countries to become the United States of South America. The liberated British, French and Netherlands shall be reorganised as one state of the USSA. Let's see, where the hell are those islands? The USSA. Is that talking about these islands? I believe it is. But anyway, it's all there for people who can make more sense of it than I can at this time. All powers shall relinquish their controls of their colonial mandate and strategic island possessions everywhere in the world. The British Commonwealth of Nations, the second military and naval power of importance, cooperating in a binding compact with the USA as a power for freedom, shall retain and acquire control of such territories, peace security bases and strategic island outposts essential for the maintenance of the world peace and freedom of the seas as outlined on the map. So there we go, there's the United States kindly saying everybody has to give up their colonial outposts, islands and stuff, apart from the British who can hold on to like Australia, New Zealand and all the East Indies islands up there. So where was it? British Commonwealth, there we go. So 14, the USSR, the third military power of importance, cooperating with the USA as a power for freedom and the maintenance of world peace, shall acquire control of the liberated, disorganised adjacent areas and those of Germany, Austria, to be re-educated. Yeah, that's right, folks. This guy's policy about a new world moral order, this guy's moral compass dictates to him to put down a policy of re-education. 1981, here we go. 1984 even. Re-education and eventually incorporated as equal republics of the USSR as approximated, outlined on the map. So there was Germany given to the United States, the Russians basically. So these areas were outlined for re-education. So the Germans and the Italians need re-educated, then they could be incorporated back into the New World Order states. A World League of Nationalities with arbitration and supervision powers shall be organised. Now wait for it, here we go, a World Court with punitive powers of absolute boycott, quarantine, blockade and occupation by international police against lawbreakers of international morality shall be organised. There's your world police force, set up to tell the rest of the world what the fuck to do. And the drip effect, it's already, Scotland's already broke down its different regional police forces into one super police, and mark my words, it will be getting, that will be getting spread out worldwide. First, it will be national. It will be in countries. It will be the amalgamation of the police force into one central and one central body. Then it will get rolled out worldwide, if indeed they are able to win the argument. The USA. Number 17, the USA, with close cooperation of the United States of South America, the British Commonwealth of Nations, the USSR, and the World League of Nationalities, shall promote and assist in the unification of the relinquished territories and the areas presently unsoundly divided into well-organised, democratic and absolute demilitarised federated republics as approximately outlined on the map. The areas known as right? The areas known as Netherlands, Belgium, Luxembourg, Switzerland, France, Spain, Portugal, the island of Corsica, and eventually Italy and the islands of Sardinia and Sicily shall be unified as a demilitarized federated United States of Europe. Okay, so let's just have a wee close look at this. What this guy's saying is the USA will be the biggest world power, tick. Second will be the British, what is it, the British Commonwealth, the Commonwealth, British Commonwealth of Nations will be the second military power. And then Europe will be demilitarised. Now, look at the policy that's getting put in place with the cooperation of the EU and Britain, and it's to run down each national's army to such a state that they're to such an extent that they do rely on the cooperation of other EU members. The UK and the France agreement, the Navy agreements and stuff they've recently done, points that out. Moving forward, Britain won't be able to be a fighting force without the cooperation of France, and vice versa. Part of the plan to make them codependent, to be able to offer a defence force, a military, or to offer up a fully rounded military defence. You're going to have to cooperate with other European members, all part of the plan, I surmise. So yeah, there's on the map, he's talking about the European Union. So the area known as Sweden, Norway, Denmark, and the Spitsbergen Islands shall be unified as the demilitarized Federation United States of Scandinavia. The continent of Africa shall be reorganized and unified as a demilitarized Federation of the Union of African Republics. The area known as Saudi Arabia, Syria, Lebanon, Iraq, Hejaz, Yemen, Aden, and Oman shall be unified and demilitarized under Demilitarized Union of Arabian Federated Republics. The areas known as India, including Afghanistan, Balochistan, Nepal, Bhutan, and Burma, shall be unified as a demilitarized Federated Republics of India. The areas known as China, Inner Mongolia, Tibet, Thailand, Malaysia, I believe that's meant to be Indochina, and Korea shall be unified as a demilitarized Federated United Republics of China. The area known as Greece, Macedonia, Albania, Crete, that place, and adjacent islands in the Aegean Sea shall be unified and demilitarized Federated Republics of Greece. You see the common theme here. Only the Americans, the Brits, and the Russians will be the world police and divided up the rest of the world amongst themselves. The area known as Ireland and Northern Ireland shall be unified and unified as a demilitarized independent Republic of Ireland, or Ireland. The area of the Holy Land of the ancient Hebrews, presently known as Palestine. That area of world was known as Palestine back in 1941. Shit! Fucking somebody better tell the Jews, because I don't think they know to dispute this. Oh Jesus, I'm letting my tea go cold. So yeah, there you have the area of the Holy Land of the ancient Hebrews, presently known as Palestine and Transjordan, and the adjacent Rexiquit regions as outlined on the map for considerations of history and imperative necessity to alleviate a post-war refugee problem, shall be unified and demilitarized independent Republic of Israel. Sorry, I mean Hebrew land. Now let's just go and have a wee closer look. Is Israel trying to steal all that? Is the state of Israel trying to expand to look something kind of similar to that? Now this was 1941, this map was drawn. What did this guy know? But anyway, let's go and read some more of the policies. Right, so 26. I'll quickly jump into the chat. I see there's a wee bit more in the chat now. Right, so thanks to everybody in the chat. Anna Walker, JS, Noon's Flower as well. So afternoon did the mean Anna Wallace. In 1928, Edward Bernays, father of public relations and propaganda, famous for his engineering of consent, believed that people were not to be trusted to make their own choices. People need to go and check out Edward Bernays. It's the guy that sold you eggs and bacon. So he decided that government's most important work was to influence amid steer people's way of thinking with regards to the world around them. When you said freedom, it just made me think of that. Spot on, Anna. Yeah, well, you need to understand how these people manipulate words. I'm staying in a country right now where we're getting offered a referendum on independence. I'm the only one that's saying I don't see any fucking independence going on. Just a fucking another word. So his methods are still used today. Spot on, Anna. Would this Gutenberg be one of the pre-war Zionists? Well, just go and check out Hebrew Land. Is this evidence of the schism of the elites into Nazis and Zionism, each group wanting world domination? UK column had all their videos pulled. Censorship has begun. What happened there, Society? First I've heard of it, man. Has it been a copyright issue or something? That's quite disturbing if they've had all their videos pulled. No way, anyway, we knew censorship had already begun. Where were you last night? Soprano fan, how you doing? Damn, I should have downloaded more UK column videos. Hope to get them back up. ATVOD has taken them down for being too much like television. Well, any further updates on what's happening with the UK column, please batter it into the chat. I'm interested in that. What I can do now is just batter back to the policies on this New World Order map. So, covered the Holy Land, or as they call it, Palestine and Transjordan. The area known as European Turkey, adjacent to the Dardanelles Sea or Marmona and Bosphorus, for considerations of realistic peace strategy, shall be placed under joint control of the USSR and Turkey. The area known as Turkey shall be demilitarized Independent Republic of Turkey. All problems of exchange, here's them talking about a One World Bank. All problems of exchange, transfer and repartition of population shall be administered by the World League of Nationalities, the UN. The criminal perpetrators of their parents in guilt of this hideous war shall be brought to justice and unforgettable punishment administered. That's been talking about the setup of the Hague. All subjects of Japan and persons of Japanese origin. That's talking about the United States concentration camps during World War II, where they done the exact same as the Nazis and started rounding up all the Japs and putting them into concentration camps. But let's not talk about that, or spin the story that there were death camps instead of concentration camps. Let's not talk about that. Of doubtful loyalty shall be permanently expelled from the entire Western Hemisphere. Let's just remember, this is the new moral order, the new world moral order. Oh, here we've got you be questioning your loyalty. Fuck off! You're expelled. Who do you think you are, a citizen of this world? Get out of my pen. This is my farm. shall be permanently expelled from the entire Western Hemisphere. The USA protectors and strategic island outposts and their property confiscated for post-war reconstruction needs. So they're going to kick you out and steal your shit. Okay, oh, you Japanese? You fuck off, I'm going to steal your shit. All subjects of Germany and Italy and all persons of German and Italian origin, known as active supporters of Nazi and fascist ideologies, shall be treated similarly. So what the fuck happened to all the people in all the British? What happened to the royal family that were quite happy to support, or quite happy to rock up at Nazi shindigs and all that? So yeah, pick and choose who they want to kick out. German, Italian and Japanese immigration to the Western Hemisphere, its proprietaries and island outposts shall be indefinitely stopped. You think you can travel this globe? No chance. All persons of German origin in East Prussia and the Rhineland shall be transferred to Inner Germany and their regions permanently de-Prussianized. De-Prussianized. Go and figure that out. That was probably ethnic cleansing. That's probably genocide they're talking about. But hey, let's no talk about that, because this guy's American. All persons of German, Italian and Japanese origin shall be permanently expelled from their now conquered territories and their property confiscated for post-war reconstruction, to cleanse the populations of the defeated Axis aggressors of the intoxication of military Chauvinism, to effectuate the removal and destruction of their potential military establishments, to recover the accumulated loot and re-educate them for their eventual membership in the family of nations. The areas of Germany, Austria, Italy and Japan shall be hermetically and indefinitely quarantined and administered by appointed governors, subject to supervision by the World League of Nationalities. Let's just say that's basically big, massive concentration camps. Quarantined? Yeah, that's more or less what they do to the Palestinians. That's probably more or less the exact policy that they've put in place for the Palestinians. So they're talking about to cleanse the populations. Now, yeah, there we go. So number 37, all resources, industrial and labour capacity of the quarantined areas shall be employed for the post-war restoration and reconstruction needs. Yep, slave labour, and the people that stayed in Germany, Italy, Japan, you're going to be the slaves that rebuild the New World Model Order. To reduce the numeric power of the aggressor nations as a potential military advantage, a population control policy shall be elaborated and applied in the quarantined areas. As I said, planned genocide for people who do not subscribe to this ideology of America and the Western allies at the time. So their policy to counteract the axis of evil and the evil of the Germans and the evil of the Italians, because the Germans were bad because they had death camps, is to set up big death camps, population control, and re-educate them. This is let's be Nazis to the Nazis. Yes, so in the new world moral order which we seek to establish, beside the essential political freedoms, the political freedoms to do what we say, the following fundamental economic changes are imperative. Nationalism of all natural resources and equitable disruption of all same to all nations everywhere in the world. Nationalisation of international banking, foreign investments, railroad and power plants everywhere in the world. All the resources in control of the New World Order, all the international banking, foreign investments, railroads and power plants everywhere in the world. And now this is actually cut off a wee bit here, but we soldier on. Nationalisation of all armaments producing establishments by all remaining military powers. We are the New World Order are the only people allowed to make guns. Federal control of foreign commerce and shipping. We control all fecking trade. The establishment of a world common monetary system. One world currency, Bitcoin. Worldwide limitations of interest rates to a maximum of 2%. One world control on the, there's your free market. There's capitalism, free market. Well, you're free to operate in my market with the rules that I set down. And it's called the free market because you're free to do what I tell you. To retain the victory and leadership of our unified democratic effort, the aim of which the Supreme Military and Economic Council shall appoint the governors to administer the quarantined areas until their eventual parole. For the proposed beginning, we must fight until absolute victory. Morris Gomberg. So I went through all that map, very poorly read, I know, but I tried my best. And yeah, by all accounts, it is very genuine. So I've pointed you in the areas where you can actually go and, let me see if I can just do that again, where you can go and should be able to go and find this map if you want to look at it yourselves. There's a video, a 15-minute quick video I done about it 2 years ago nearly. When you look at that map, I mean, maybe go and check out Vatican Assassins. There was an Irish historian went and digged into this, Thomas Mority. I think the reason the Irish historian brought it up was because it had a unified Ireland, which is very interesting. Tony Blair, very part of the concerted effort for a new world order. He was very much head of the peace process in Northern Ireland, and I'm all for the peace process in Ireland, by the way. But again, you can't have divides in a new world order. You can't have different camps. We all need to amalgamate like the Bjorg. So let's see. Oh no. Let's see what this week. New World Order conspiracy theorists. There's not really much more information on that in the wikis, but it's there if you want to go and check it out. It was drawn up before America entered World War II. There's some more information. If you want to go and find it, stick in Morris Gomberg or New World Order, New World Moral Order. And there's a lot of outlets out there that have picked it up and done blog pieces on it, so on and so forth. And you should be able to find somewhere that you can get. Should be able to find somewhere that you can get the map in full. Now, just going to quickly jump into the chat, see if I can. UK Column had all their videos pulled. Where these bastards must be stopped. Always human. How you doing? I just resubscribed to them. Peter or someone shout out to Kip. This is important. Yep, so mate, got it. I'm going to go and check that out right now. That's lousy. Only found out about the channel 2 days ago, Kip. Don't go yet. UK Column has been shut down. Stevie B just went to check. All videos gone. I'm interested in this myself. So, Croatian government, through its policy, steps into Yugoslavia and the European Union, and it agrees with a map of the world after the war. Does it give a reason why they quarantined Japan? Well, it's because if you think of World War II, mate, the Japs were willing to. They weren't professional soldiers. They weren't turning up because they were getting they weren't turning up because they were getting a paycheck. They were ordered by the emperor to fight to the death. And by all accounts, they were fighting to the death. That's why America, or well, that's the theory behind why America had to nuke them, or did nuke them, kind of thing. And anybody who can't find the high-resolution version of that map and download it themselves, feel free to contact me. If I manage to get your message or whatnot, I can email it to you. I've got a copy of the high-resolution one. Okay, explained it. Re-education reasons. Yep, that was the new world moral order. We're going to re-educate you, motherfuckers. ATVOD deals with TV on demand, set up to regular adult size, a European Congo. Brian Gerrish said he thought something was coming. Look it up on Wiki. Looks a lot like Agenda 21, actually. Well, society, I'm trying to decipher what you're saying there. Are you talking about the UK columns being copyright striked by one of these? If they have been hot with a copyright strike, what they need to do is fight it. You'll get hot with copyright strikes left, right and centre, and it's kind of like getting that threatening letter for X, Y and Z through your door. It's a threatening letter hoping that you'll fold. You need to go, look, if you try and remove this, you'll be met with a legal challenge, and a lot of them will buckle. When I started doing these hangouts very early on and got hot with a copyright strike for showing the RT report showing the changeover of that Bo Begali, and like if you accept it, you will get hot with a copyright strike, even though this is a fucking third-party Bojo organisation. In fact, why don't I show you what the hell I'm talking about? Yeah, so like here was a hangout I done back on 4th of June. Blocked in some countries. Right, well, let's go and see why it's blocked. Channel 5 syndication. Go and check out these feckin' morons, right? This is the Judai mind trick and the bullying and the bullying. This is how channels get shut down. It's through bullying, right? Fucking look, I've disputed these motherfuckers, and they ain't going to come back because they can't win because they're scumbags. Look, they're trying to claim copyright on an RT. Me showing, well, it was Dean at the time showing an RT clip through another Arabic fucking hang me. It's all covered under the copyright law bullcrap. Now look at this Channel 5 syndicate. Hold on, let me see if I can make sure I get the right one. Because I did go and check out these feckers, man. Scumbags. No, that's Big Brother syndication. No, I don't want that stuff. Network summary, socialblade.com. Well, here we go. Right, let's have a look at the scumbags that these top members. Because I did manage to find out all the scumbags that these are. Right, well, here we go. Top YouTube top charts. Top 100 YouTube channels. Now these are the people these. If you use any of these people's content, this syndication will come along and try and fucking do you for copyright. Scumbags, that's all they are. Top 50 networks. Yeah, we don't want networks. Top 10 YouTubers. Now go and look at the state. Now this shit, I'm not even going to go and check this dickhead's fucking channel out. It's a guy going, oh, I'm playing Minecraft, right? Fucking billions of views, hundreds of millions of views, talking a load of shit. Look at me, make funny noises while I fucking play a computer game. And this is what's fucking stopping channels like fucking the UK column and my own. These are the motherfuckers that are trying to fucking tell you that they own content when it's out there in the public fucking domain, and they use their bully boy tactics to fucking send them through. Oh, your video may include content that is owned by a third party. Fuck you, Channel 5 syndication motherfuckers. Look, I'm going to play it again. Try and copyright strike this again, you cunts. Bullying, and they're just trying to bully. Look at this crap. That's what they're trying to claim they own. A Google Hangout fucking screen share from RT who's playing it from another. So you can't say that anybody's trying to claim this to be your own fucking content. You've got the stamps of RT and or Arabic channel who apparently get a hold of this. Nobody's making fucking money for this shit, so it's in the public domain and it's of the public interests. So Channel 5 syndication, fuck you scumbags. It's cunts and shit fucking whole companies like you that are trying to drag down people who are putting out real information on the YouTubes. So don't fold into the fear of these scumbags, man. And go and check out the companies and the syndications that are trying to fucking copyright strike all the channels and get it right round them. Name and shame them. And the YouTube channels that are out there that are associating with these fucking syndications and bringing the whole YouTube down to its knees by trying to claim fucking sorry, a bit of a rant there, man, but scumbags, absolute scumbags. Yeah, so Channel 5, don't right, let's see, any more in the chat. Do not buckle under the pressure. Fight them. Meet them in court if you have to, because otherwise, hold on. Here's Novi saying, "Look at this map," and I certainly will, mate. Let me just clear some of this stuff. Is unavailable or does not exist. Let me see if the Google searches takes me where I'm looking for. Oh, this looks like it. Well, there's the there's the map I was just talking about in the background. So yeah. And unfortunately, that's coming out of Germany, that website, but I can't read this stuff. Right, so, shit, fucking Google Translate load of crap. Well, sorry about that, but I should get there in the end, hopefully. So, the US Army, right, well, yeah, so, feel free to go and check out that stuff. There's the map I was just talking about in the background. So thanks, Novi. Where the hell was it? Kip, don't go yet. And it agrees with the map of the world after the war. Does it give a reason why? Society, where was it? Looks like Agenda 21. Good morning, Kip. How you doing, Michael? Steve AB, how you doing? Talking about the UK column, Soprano fan, how you doing? Croatia, see the it's a European Congo. Right, so thanks to everybody in the chat for getting involved. That's me done over an hour on one map, so went longer than what I thought I would, but anyway. Thanks to everybody in the chat for getting involved. If you are watching this video after the fact, i.e. after it's done live, feel free to still leave comments and stuff below. I will read them, I will get back to you, and yeah, let me know what you think. And anybody who can't find the high resolution version of that map, drop us a comment somewhere somewhere where I can notice it, and if I notice it, I'll get back to you. And I could, if you want, I can email it to you. I know it's recently when I tried to find a high resolution one, I couldn't find it and had to go and get my old hard drive and recopy the map. So anybody that wants to get a copy of it, feel free. I am needing to go for a pee, so thanks to everybody that's watched. Check out tonight's show at 10 bells if you want to join in, phone in, ask anybody a question, ask me anything, contribute anything. Maybe we could speak about the UK column. I was talking at, well, tonight's show, if I can bring it up, I've already stuck in the state-controlled press is happening now, and that was before I even found out that the UK column is something that's happening with the UK column. So yeah, we'll talk more about that as well. Because, yeah, the Leveson inquiry, oh, the big bad press hacked into a dead teenager's phone. That's the Leveson inquiry plugging on your heartstrings, right? Fucked. Get away from the emotional part of the story, right? And let's stick to the hard, cold fucking facts. A crime is a crime is a crime is a crime. If journalists break the law, prosecute them with the existing fucking laws that exist. Don't set up state regulations of the fucking press under the disguise of, oh, poor fucking Charlotte Church. Poor fucking, oh, what's that English the biggest faggot of an Englishman, Hugh Grant. Oh, what a fucking bojo, man. Hugh Grant, oh, my privacy's getting invaded by the press. Well, stop getting blowjobs off of fucking transsexuals then, you fucking sexual deviant. Charlotte Church, fucking, aye, we fucking opera singer, schoolgirl. Oh, yeah, I sung for the Pope when I was very, very young. Yes, I bet you did. But anyway, yeah, do not get fooled by the Leveson inquiry. We're going to that tonight. Who knows if the UK column stuff is a fallout of the Leveson inquiry. I'm going to go and check into that stuff just now. Thanks to everybody in chat. Thanks to everybody watching. Check out tonight's show at 10 bells if you want to get involved. If you go to the live events, there's a link existing right now for the Google Hangout. Use that link tonight after 10 bells. Mute up while you come in the channel. I'll get to you as soon as I can. You can make a point, ask anybody a question, just even if it's just to say hello, feel free to get involved. The more people that get involved, the better. And again, if you abuse it, you lose it. You'll just get kicked and blocked. Just get kicked out and blocked. So, I don't know. And if you are going to phone in, try and make sure you've got your mic hooked up. And I know I still fuck up and all that as well, man. So it isn't as if it's going to get held against you. But just preferably if you are going to join in tonight and stuff, mute your mic for coming into the room. We'll see you join the room. We'll get to you. There's a chat box there. You can obviously interact with everybody in the room in the chat. Make sure your mic's working. And if you've got a cam, well, you don't need to use a cam if you want. But preferably make sure your mic's working if you do contact in. So if I do ask you how you're doing and stuff, we're not sitting there for 5 minutes a dead air while you figure out how to turn on your microphone. So yeah, everybody's welcome. Just try and make sure your microphone's sorted. Alright, YouTube, thumbs us up, share it with all the links below, the YouTubes, the Twitters, the Facebooks, if you're using all that crap. And leave me all your comments, good, bad, ugly, and indifferent are all welcome. And make sure you join